Imagine waking up tomorrow, and suddenly nothing around you makes sense. Your phone looks like a strange piece of metal, your keys look like random shapes, and even simple objects stop meaning anything. This isn't fiction. This is a real neurological case documented by Oliver Sacks, a doctor who spent years studying unusual brain disorders. In 1985, he published one of the strangest medical stories ever written in a book called The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. One of the cases involved a man whose brain slowly lost the ability to recognize objects. What made this case disturbing is that the patient didn't look sick at all. He could speak clearly. He could remember things. He could think logically. And to everyone around him, he looked completely normal. But something about the way he saw the world had completely changed. During one examination, the doctor placed a simple object in front of him, something most people recognize instantly. The man picked it up slowly. He studied it carefully. Then he said something strange. It has a long shape and a flat edge and some small lines. What is it? The object he was holding was just a simple key, something you use every single day without thinking. But to him it wasn't a key anymore. It was just a strange shape with no meaning. Doctors tested him again to make sure it wasn't a mistake. They showed him a glove, a pen, a cup, even objects he had used his whole life. Every time the result was the same. He could describe what the object looked like, but he couldn't recognize what it actually was. The most disturbing part is this. His eyes worked perfectly. He wasn't blind. He wasn't confused. And he hadn't lost his memory. The problem was deeper than that. The part of the brain responsible for recognition had stopped working properly. This rare condition is called visual agnosia. This case reveals something most people never think about. You don't actually recognize the world with your eyes. You recognize it with your brain. Your brain looks at shapes and instantly gives them meaning. But when that system stops working, the world stops making sense. This case reveals something most people never think about. You don't actually recognize the world with your eyes. You recognize it with your brain. Your brain looks at shapes and instantly gives them meaning. But when that system stops working, the world stops making sense.
Strange psychology stories every week. Subscribe for the next mystery.